guys, the Radman, and I'm here to play some more Farming Simulator. Now, as you can see, our, I think we planted barley. Our barley is ready to harvest, if not then it's wheat. And yeah, if you guys look down, you can see that we are filling up about 1% every, I don't know, second and a half. Now, if you remember back to episode 1 or 2 when we were harvesting that field, since this field's been fertilized, it's a lot faster. And if you didn't notice it, that's fine. Most people don't often notice it their first time. Anyway, so yeah, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna let the combine probably get about 1/4 of the way done with the field. And I'm gonna shut those sounds off. I was gonna leave them on, but they're driving me crazy trying to talk over them. Okay, sorry about that. I don't want any missions. Yeah, missions, actually, I'll have them every 2 minutes. I want to see if they added a variety of missions to this game. And I hope you don't mind me muting the audio. It's just that it's hard to talk over because my headset actually sounds a lot louder with all the game sounds than you guys hear them. So it's really distracting to have that playing in my ears. And also, I am still using Fraps. I'm actually going to try recording this using my Elgato next time, I think. Of course, I'm not sure how well it'll work, and I might just end up using it for games that don't require any sound until I can maybe contact Elgato themselves, see if that's a common problem that people have, because all I know is it's extremely weird. I'll just say this so that if any of you guys have any ideas as how to fix it, I can see if they'll work. So what I do is I have this wireless headset, and I plug it in to the front of my computer, and it's a little USB, and it broadcasts the sound to me, and it broadcasts my voice back. And then for the Elgato, for some reason my screen output doesn't have the audio connected into it. I think it's because my screen is older, it's the wrong connection or something. But yeah, it doesn't have audio on it normally because the Elgato can't pick it up. And if it can, then it's probably some setting that's wrong. So what it is it's I think it's the DVI hookup that goes to an HDMI. Then HDMI goes out in a DVI to the actual monitor. But then I have this like funky Xbox setup that they sent with me, even though I don't have an Xbox, and it has a red, yellow, no, it has a red and white cable that are the audio cables, and they jack together before they go into the Elgato. Then there's a red cable, blue cable, and green cable, which I can assume are parts of. Oh, it looks like we're ready to overload, and I'll show you why I wanted this little tipper now. And those are all part of the same hookup, and they all feed in because there's 2 inputs to the Elgato itself. And if given that information, you guys can figure out my problem, I'd be like so happy right now. Because I've tried everything. I've bought a few cables. In fact, I have one jacked into the back of my computer, and before I started recording this, I was actually looking at it, and it had no sound, of course, for the Elgato. All I could hear was my own narration playing in the speakers. But anyway, that's my plan, is next time probably trying to record with the Elgato, just because that'll be cool. And another thing I wanted to look at real quick was our tipper situation, because we have this one. So this costs $24,000, and I'm trying to debate between buying a new tipper or another $15,000 seeder, because it's really slow to sow my fields right now. Okay, that's about. So this is actually a bigger trailer than this one over here, because this one will be about 50% full in 2 unloads. No, I mean 1 unload. So this is about, oh my, it's almost, sorry, my brain's not wanting to calculate today. Probably at least almost 1.5 times better or something like that. I'm sure there's some, I'm sure half of you are math geniuses and you can all correct me and stuff. But yeah, so now I'm going to show you guys the second step to harvesting, which is why I have my cultivator sitting down here. Now I usually let this guy go about 3 or 4, sorry about that, 3 or 4 passes, and then I get the seeder all lined up. Now another thing that I do is I always rotate, and if you didn't know how to rotate crops down in the bottom, I'm rotating them right now. You press O in this game, and if you notice, we actually have corn now, so we can plant corn and sugar beets, but I don't like investing in like sugar beets and potatoes because they're harder than most crops to farm, and then we also have this $18,000 header. So we have quite a few choices to buy. Never mind. Okay, okay, that took a little bit. Never mind all the modded tippers and stuff that we have if we're going by modded tippers. We also have a version of this that holds 15,500 as compared to 11,400, and that's about the only thing that we could ever afford, except for I guess we could afford this and possibly one of these if we save up. I think these, I don't know actually, I think they came in a pack that I downloaded. They were probably included. Oh, and then we also have this. It's 15,000 but has no stats. Oh, and then we also have one of these, so we might consider getting one of them because this is relatively inexpensive for 32,000, except it's got this capacity. I mean we have to buy the attachment first. Then we also have 78,000, and I don't know, I'm hesitant to buy either of these since it doesn't tell you how much they hold. But anyway, let's go see how our combine is doing. And yeah, this is essentially what you do to harvest a field in Farming Sim right now. Unless, of course, you're driving, then one, you save a little bit of money, but you don't save very much time. And personally, I find it easier not to drive the combines and stuff, just because, especially the seeder, because where you're basically paying for every little bit of ground you run over. If you cannot drive very straight, I would just have a worker do it. And I want to see. Okay, nope, I don't have auto combine installed. That's really weird. I thought I did. I must have uninstalled it. I'll probably try and have the auto combine mod to show you guys by next episode, and if not, it's just a little cool mod if you want to look it up for yourself. It basically makes your workers smarter than they are. Like it actually gives them different levels of, not different levels of smartness exactly, but yeah. Now, since we don't have enough money, I'm going to make sure I don't start planting something I can't harvest. Okay. Come on, there we go. So, I think we're going to just plant barley and maybe canola, actually. But yeah, look at that. Wood chip seeds are going up. Of course, we can't sell any because we don't have any. Now, I think we're going to sell, sow canola just in case. I don't know. The symbols always confuse me. Yeah, the canola looks like the flowers for some reason. Anyway, let's see how full is it. And if you can't tell, this is actually a really fast loading speed for this small of a combine, only getting that much in a pass. If I wouldn't have fertilized this field, it would have been a lot lower, trust me. Oh yeah, another thing I wanted to talk about. I'm sorry if I kind of sound tired in some of my videos. It's because of school right now, I kind of have to record these between the hours of either 5 and 6 in the morning, or about On a good day, between 6 and 9 at night, and on a bad day, 8:30 and 9 o'clock at night, or 9 o'clock to 9:15, depending on how school went, how much homework I got, all that fun stuff that everybody enjoys doing. And yeah, unfortunately, but don't worry, in I think 4 weeks now, gonna be out of school, can put up a lot more videos. Now I will be working in 4 weeks also at my job, but my job is less hard on a YouTube channel. It does take a lot of hours, but it doesn't give, I don't have to work on anything for it at home. It's all done on site. So yeah, once I'm home, I can just worry about what I need to do on YouTube and stuff. Now, if you look at my little tipper, you can see that we are about 74% full, or 73, I can't read today. Now, what I would do actually, not get your trailer stuck on a fence post, I would actually come up behind the combine and just drive along till you're full. Because if you're not filling it up to 100%, the problem is without auto combine workers, if you have a combine that fills up to 100% and it stops and you don't unload 100% of it, it will just stay stopped because it's waiting. For some reason they set like a little, I don't know, trigger or something on 100%, and it makes it so that the worker will not move until you come and you take all that grain out. And usually what I do is if I don't have auto combine, I just get in there, hit H really quick twice to hire and fire the worker, or fire and hire a new worker, and that way the combine can keep going and get filled up again. But yeah, the other reason I want to do this is I want to see how much of this trailer at 100%. Okay, apparently that's interesting. Apparently the chute will not go out unless there's grain in the tank. I had not realized that. Anyway, so yeah, I kind of also want to see how much a full trailer of that other trailer is compared to 100% of this trailer. And yeah. But as you can see, we do get about a little bit under a percent every like 10 or 15, not 10 or 15, like 5 or 10 seconds. And I'm going to try and keep this video shorter than the others. I'm really sorry about how long the videos have been for this series lately. It's just that there's a lot to explain in it. And let's see, it's got about 10 minutes left. So as you can see, this will be a time sink. This game is a real time sink, and I would honestly tell you, if you do not have a good solid half hour to play it at a time, maybe go play Minecraft and then come to this game, because when you have like an hour or two, because you can very easily lose track of time. And if you're one of those people that doesn't like to play a video game for more than maybe 15 hours, um, if you're one of those people who cannot stand Minecraft because you cannot think of anything to do, or you just get bored mining or something, I don't know if you'll like this game, because I don't like mining in Minecraft, but I love playing farming sim. It's also helps that I love tractors. And yeah, let's go see what she equates to. So as you can see, this trailer fills up a lot faster than the other one unloads. At least I hope it does, or I'm going to be really, really off on my calculations. There we go. So we have 100%. Let's see how much 100%. So about 75% of this trailer is 100% of the other trailer. Or this trailer holds about, I think that would just be 3 times more than this one, which is amazing considering that it looks bigger. But that might just be a problem in the mod, because I've seen a few mods where they've held insane amounts of grain just because it was a new mod maker and they had accidentally added an extra zero or something. under the amount it can hold. I've also seen it where they only hold 10 or 15. Those are even more annoying because they don't work at all. And they're usually so expensive that you buy them and you're like, oh, what have I done? But anyway, yeah. So I think what I'm going to do for harvests is try and talk for the first part of them. And then, I don't know, maybe time lapse the rest of them just because I don't know how much more I can talk through an entire harvest. Plus, I have to go eat breakfast soon because I'm recording between about 5:30 and 6 in the morning. And yeah, like I said, in about a few weeks, no more school, so I'm excited for that. I can have time to record. Because, well, not record. My main problem is I can easily record series like Borderlands 2 and I just posted recently PVZ Garden Warfare. By the time this gets out, it'll probably have been up, I don't know, a week to a month, depending on what videos I decide to upload when. Because I don't know if I've said it before, but the way I choose what videos to upload on this channel is I have like a whole total thing of every video that I've edited and is ready to post. And then I just go through and pick one. Of course, I make sure that they are in order and stuff, but yeah, that's I've just found it's a lot easier than planning certain series at certain times because unfortunately there are a few series that do take a lot longer to edit, like I'd say the most intensive to edit series that I'm running right now is this series, and that is purely and simply because of how much I have to jump cut because of how often, I have to say I'll be right back or something because when I'm playing Lego The Hobbit, I can usually round it off to a good ending, and I'm really sorry about that series, guys. If you're watching it, it hasn't gotten as much attention as some of the other series, which I'm actually glad about because it means I can kind of put it on the back burner for a while. And if you are a fan of that series, the pure and simple reason that I'm postponing it for a while is because I'm trying to get the Elgato to work with my computer. Because once it works with my computer, I can simply unplug three cables, and replug them in with output from the PlayStation and input from my TV or my computer screen if I can get it working. Because for some reason it's not accepting PlayStation from the Elgato as an input. I think it might be a setting on the PlayStation setting of the Elgato that's wrong for the screen. But yeah, if I can get that working, it'll be a lot nicer. Plus, I don't know, I'm just so stressed out about this Elgato because I invested quite a bit of money in it. And if you're wondering why, with such a small channel, I did invest in something like that, my figuring is if the channel grows, great. But if it doesn't, then I can give the Elgato to one of my children or one of my friends. When I have children, of course, I don't have children yet, but yeah, if I ever quit YouTubing as a hobby, because right now it's more of a hobby. Even though I have monetization, I don't have an account set up where I can retrieve the money because I don't make enough. But anyway, yeah, that's about the situation of it right now. I don't think I'll include time lapse in this video now. For those of you who might say do a time lapse with narration, I will tell you one thing about that. The last time I did it, every time I've done it, I've had some type of issue. The problem is with the particular editing software I use, it doesn't show you where you're narrating at what point in the time lapse. So I'd have to talk about something that involves in no way whatsoever whatever's going on in the game, which is fine, or I could just add music to it. The only problem is, I've been having a little bit of problem with music lately. Oh yeah, last episode I think in this series I mentioned that I had a problem with a copyright thing in Borderlands 2, and I think what that was it was actually the music because I was looking at it and the segment that the third party claimed they owned, which I'm guessing they did since Borderlands 2 has a lot of music in it. I'm guessing that was probably from in-game and not from my intro, because it was like a minute long segment that YouTube had recognized, and I don't use a minute of the song from my intro, so I'm glad about that. Plus, the intro music hasn't caused any trouble, and it was really confusing me as to how it could cause trouble now. Now, after we start this combine, we're actually gonna go take a look at how much they want for this field up here, because I've been wanting to buy it, because the more fields you have, the more money you can make faster. It's just the fact of life, because it's all the more seeds you can plant every time, and then that equates to, unfortunately, it does equate to wasting a bunch of time planting, but it also equates to selling a lot more. And of course, I cannot afford it. Oh, so that's actually a lot less than I thought. In Farming Sim 2013, it would cost a lot more. And yeah, that would cost usually a lot more. So yeah, after we take a look at this field, I have to go. I've just been informed that breakfast is ready. And what I'll do is next episode, I'll do the intro. And then we'll probably either talk about something for a little bit more. Okay, so I think we'll be buying this field first if we can. But I still think with how much they want for these fields, we will try upgrading our equipment, just because I don't want any crops withering because we've left them to sit for too long, which I don't think should be a problem with us. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode, and we'll pick up from here. So yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. In the comments below, why don't you say whether you prefer someone who puts a narration over their time lapses, or puts music over them, has them with no audio whatsoever, or if it's like Minecraft or possibly even Farming Simulator, just has audio from the in-game sped up really quickly. Or you don't like time lapses. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I almost said thanks you. But anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. My name is Bidden the Rad Man, and we are gonna make some money.